So this is a video that Jason Burmis really did not want to do for the record, but I really wanted to cover this important story because it is a story about the #1 subscribed top YouTuber. And that, of course, right now is PewDiePie. But just a few days ago, it was not PewDiePie. It was T-Series, a Bollywood company coming from India that is fighting him very aggressively for the most subscribed YouTuber of all time. This is happening mainly because of an internet boom in India that is happening right now, as well as becoming a very huge dominant English-speaking population that is ultimately creating music videos in the Bollywood kind of series. And a few days ago, they were actually the top YouTuber out there, topping PewDiePie, who of course has been #1 for a very long time. And in response to that, PewDiePie decided to release a video called Congratulations. But in that video, he wasn't really congratulating them. It was more of a sarcastic, tongue-in-cheek kind of attack on T-Series, which made this battle for the top subscribed channel on YouTube very political, to say the least. Now, also, just before we get into the exact details of what happened and what was said here, with all the accusations going back and forth, I do have to say that this video garnered 26 million views just moments after being released. Right now, it's at 26 million views, and for some reason, Jason, it's still not on the trending page of YouTube, and this is one of the most fastest growing videos on the platform. What do you make of that? And tell us more about your disdain for pop culture and this music video that I really, really like, and also Elon Musk.
Oh, thank you for throwing Elon Musk in there. I just don't care, to be quite honest with everybody. I just don't give a flying rat's ass. It's not much of a story to me. The video is minimally entertaining. I guess it's cool if like you're into this guy. And this is no disrespect. The guy's been able to do an amazing thing. And when it comes to like the David versus Goliath aspect of this, obviously you're rooting for this guy, right? So, you know, I guess the big thing in this video is the accusation, and he makes a lot of them, but he makes the accusation that T-Series itself has sent him a cease and desist. Does not say what it is other than it's regarding defamation, which is broad. He blurs out the actual paperwork. But as far as I can tell, it's the first time that this accusation has been made or we've seen it. And because of this video, like you said, taking off 26 million hits, no promotion by YouTube really, just a fan base. He went from being under to now currently, as we make this video, up 188,528 subscribers. He was down by the thousands, maybe by the tens of thousands. He releases this video, and all of a sudden, he's almost 200K up, Luke.
Yeah. Now, Jason, I know you don't like it. I like the video, but that's just my own personal opinion. But again, not only is this kind of political and gets into the Me Too movement and to the other kind of aspects of this, the legal aspects of all, but again, this is the David versus Goliath kind of scenario here, where we have a huge corporation. I mean, PewDiePie makes sure to kind of say that in the very beginning. PewDiePie, again, made his name just playing video games, saying an annoying catchphrase. Do you want to mimic that catchphrase, Jason? You don't have to, but it was perpetrated on South Park many times. But again, just a random guy sitting in his house destroyed and showed how the media industry is insignificant. Doesn't matter, because a guy just being genuine and playing video games is going to relate to people more than, of course, the billions of dollars in the very, very troubled, especially with the sexual allegations, entertainment industry that, of course, is also very corrupt. So PewDiePie, in the beginning of this video, 29 seconds in, automatically says massive corporate entity with every song in Bollywood. He then goes off and talks about how this company has been selling privated songs. He talks about accusations against tax evasion from the founder of T-Series. He even talks about the collusion with the Indian mafia, and then makes sure he says, legally, that's just a joke. Legally, it's just a joke, making sure that, of course, he can't be held accountable for it. Because, again, there are legal ramifications here, Jason, which I think says a lot about our current system and this international system that is building up and is becoming far more complicated, especially legally. T-Series sent him a cease and desist letter for defamation, and then PewDiePie goes on, mentions that, shows that the paperwork was kind of blurred out there, and then says a whole bunch of crazy stuff and saying, well, that's not defamation either, and it's not by U.S. law. But how this case will be handled will be very interesting. It'll be interesting to see what court it's going to be handled in, and it's going to be interesting to see the results of it, because they're going to have a lot of ramifications. This is a huge company. There also was a lot of other social commentary on the Indian caste system, and at the end of the video, PewDiePie makes sure to bring up the Me Too movement and how he hopes that the Me Too movement doesn't hurt T-Series' bottom line, which brings us to allegations, of course, against the people who run T-Series, who are being accused of sexual harassment, where apparently we are seeing that this is the accusation that an unnamed woman says that he was asking for sexual favors on the pretext of signing a 3-year film deal. Now, of course, these are just still allegations, but again, Jason, it wouldn't surprise me, because when we have big industries, when we have huge entertainment companies, we saw it here in the United States, it is filled with either not just corruption, not just pedophilia, but also a lot of sexual harassment, a lot of sexual abuse on the behests of people like Harvey Weinstein. So it would not surprise me, especially if this would happen in India, because I spent some time in India. What was it, a year ago or 2 years ago, and I was absolutely shocked to see the reality of the situation there and how women have to live and how women have to be treated. I'm not a feminist, but I do believe that people shouldn't be treated differently because of their gender, or disrespected, or hurt because of their gender. But it's a huge prevalent problem in India. It's a prevalent cultural problem that, of course, they're dealing with, that does need to be rectified, because it's absolutely terrifying. The horrible, grueling mindsets and the abuse and just the behaviors that are exhibited by large form in India. And I really wanted to bring that point. But again, Jason, this is nothing new. This, again, you might not find this interesting, but this is big industry versus someone who has only become big as an individual in private. But what's your take on it? Anything else you want to say about that, Jason?
Well, I mean, again, in the video, he shows the Wikipedia page where this corporate entity, T-Series, which is now Bollywood, which is actually rivaling Hollywood in a lot of ways, revenue-wise, made their money from pirated music. They're almost like the Napster of the entertainment industry that was able to, because Napster's still around, but it really evolved into Spotify. So even using that example, you saw piracy become a corporate entity. Okay, and remember who's behind Napster? Sean, his last name is escaping me, but he later went on to be in the Facebook.
Sean Parker.
Yeah, Sean Parker, exactly. Sean Parker, he became a Facebook executive. He was featured in that film by Aaron Sorkin. So, again, you got to root for the little guy here. I'm just so not into pop culture. But it does show the power of the individual. One person can go out there, get his friends, make some amazing content. It can cost 1/10, 1/100th, 1/1000th, 1/10,000th, literally, of a production company and what they'll spend on it, and get more views, more likes, and relate to more people. So that is encouraging. On the opposite end of that spectrum, you have people like, you mentioned Elon Musk. Elon Musk trying to play into that system where you have a billionaire making garbage tracks about R.I.P. Harambe, sipping on some Bombay.
That was bad. I agreed with you on that thing. That was a really that was a really crappy song. This one, I like it, Jason. I enjoy this. I don't know. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean that's pretty much all I got, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Luke, you got more on this?
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why most of the media outlets, most of the bigger establishment media, are gunning for PewDiePie, are incredulously attacking him. Because again, a guy came out of nowhere, started making videos, became the #1 YouTuber, and I think you should make the argument right now that PewDiePie is one of the most famous people out there. in the world, with the number of people who follow him, with the number of people that have eyeballs on him. And it really is a kind of changing of the guard that he represents. And that's why he's been attacked so much. And that's why people care about this so much. And that's why there's even been massive hacks of printers, of road signs, of people saying, subscribe to PewDiePie, because he symbolizes the kind of individual in this. Even though right now he's a huge industry. Right now he has a huge amount of money behind him, but he has the mainstream media against him. He has YouTube against him. He has the Bollywood industry against him now. And this is why I believe people as individuals are saying, I'm with PewDiePie, subscribe to PewDiePie, and this is why we're seeing such kind of news about him. And it's an interesting fight. Where do you guys stand? I would love to hear from the audience. Where do you guys stand on this issue? Are you like Jason and just don't see this as symbolically as I do? Or do you care about this in some instance? Or is this just pointless? Let me know. I'd love to hear your feedback. Love to hear if you guys want more videos like this or other videos. You guys are more important to this broadcast than ever. Jason, thanks for doing this video with me, even though you didn't want to do it. Stay tuned for more. Subscribe. We're going to have a lot more coming here your way on wearechange.org.